Alright everyone, welcome again to another Replica Airguns video. My name is Michael K. and we're looking at the Drozd Blackbird. This is a Russian-made BB machine gun. And normally I would be doing a tabletop review for you right now, but it's just a beautiful day here and I don't get a lot of nice sunny days this time of year. So we're going to take advantage of that. I'm going to head outside and do the field test portion of this review today. I've decided that I'm going to split up my reviews again. A while back I was doing tabletop reviews and field test reviews, and then I started merging them into one. But these videos are starting to get a little bit long, and so I want to try to cut them down a little bit in size and keep them to under 10 minutes if possible. So we're going to head outside, we're going to do the actual field test review for this gun. Now I have reviewed the Drozd Classic, and I actually did a bit of a comparison between the Drozd Classic and this gun, the Drozd Blackbird, which is the newer updated version. So if you want to check out that video, I'll put a link in there right now. During my tabletop review, I'll give you some more specifications on this gun. You can also get some of the specifications from that comparison that I did in the Drozd Classic review as well. So check that out if you need to. Alright, so we're going to head outside now. I'm going to shoot this gun through a chronograph. I'm also going to shoot it from 30 feet out, see what kind of accuracy we can get in single shot and also in full auto. And then of course I'm going to do some shooting on some cans and see what kind of damage this gun can do. And I'm not sure if you remember, but I have that huge keg can and I still have that hanging around. So we're going to see if we can actually do some damage to that one this time. Alright, so let's head outside. Okay, so I've got my Drozd Blackbird here. We're going to do the chronograph test. I'm going to fire 5 rounds through the chronograph to see what kind of average real-world feet per second rating I can get. Now this is a brand new CO2 cartridge. I'm using the 88 gram CO2 on this gun right now for this test. I have fired about 30 shots just to sight this gun in, roughly. So it's not exactly full, but it's pretty close, and I've let the gun sit for a bit, so it's probably going to get some pretty hot shots right off the top here, and then it might settle down a little bit. It's not exactly warm today, but it's not cold. I'd say it's maybe 10 degrees outside, that's Celsius. I've got this set to single shot mode, obviously, for the chronograph test. Now this gun has a claimed feet per second of somewhere in the neighborhood of 500 feet per second. I do have the Jim C barrel on here, which is a little bit longer. This will give me some added feet per second. And this gun is also known to get a little bit higher feet per second than the claimed rating. So here we go, we're going to do 5 shots. 538, that was actually pretty low. Now keep in mind that ratcheting sound you're hearing is the BB hopper, because this thing has about a 900 round BB hopper. It's going to make some noise every time I shoot. That's just a little motor stirring up the BBs and loading BBs into the magazine. Shot number 2. 496, wow, we're dropping. 513. 504. Shot number 5, 535. You know what, I'm going to do 8 shots, why not? 512. 525, and one more. We'll get a nice average real-world feet per second rating here. Now when I first shot this gun, right off the top I was getting up into the 600s, which is pretty high, but that's with a really full CO2. Last shot. Alright, so right around the 500 feet per second rating. That's pretty good. That's what I want to get out of this gun here in Canada. I want to get right around the 500 feet per second rating. I don't want it to shoot too fast. And so we're right where we want to be. Alright, so I'm going to do the accuracy portion of this test. And I'm going to shoot 8 rounds on the target in single shot mode. See how well it does from 30 feet out in a semi-rested position. Now the front of the gun will be rested on a beanbag, and the back of the gun will just be standing, so there'll be a little bit of wiggle room there. And then after that, well, I'm going to have to shoot some cans, aren't I? So that's what we'll do. We'll shoot some cans, and hopefully I'll capture some of that in high speed and HD footage for you. Alright, so I've got my targets all set up. We're going to head 30 feet back. I'm going to start out by shooting 8 rounds in single shot mode and see what kind of accuracy we can get. Then we're going to check out the target. Then I'm going to head back and I'm just going to shoot some bursts. I really don't have any idea exactly how many rounds I'm going to shoot, because this thing will just keep going as long as I hold the trigger down. It's got lots of BBs in the hopper. Again, I'm going to be in a semi-rested position, and in the back I'm going to be standing, so freestanding in the back. So we should get pretty good accuracy with this red dot. All right, let's head back. Alright, we're all set up. Single shot mode, here we go. 8 rounds. Turn it off, switch it over to full auto. All right. Well, it's very interesting, not exactly super accurate. Got about 4 in the sweet spot here and then 4 over to the left. Not really sure what's going on, but that's what we got. Now this is a BB machine gun, so I'm sure in full auto really doesn't matter as long as we're close. It's kind of like throwing a hand grenade. Let's head back and do a lot of rounds. Alright, again, I have no idea how many rounds I'm going to shoot here. That's enough. Well, there you have it. That would do a lot of damage. And actually the full auto rounds seem to be more well centered than my burst rounds. Now this gun's really, really new. It's a brand new barrel on here. I don't know if it's ever been cleaned. I haven't cleaned it. And so there could be some residue in there that needs to get blown out. Worked its way out. Alright, so now we're going to shoot some cans. Alright, so I've got my Drozd here. We're going to shoot these cans. Most of them are full of water. But you might notice the mighty Heineken in the back. It's still pressurized. There's really not much beer in it, but it's still pressurized. So I don't know what's going to happen here. This Drozd should get through all this stuff. I'm just going to keep shooting until pretty much nothing's left. I'm going to get my high-speed cameras going right now, and we're going to do some damage. Well, I think that worked pretty good. I think we proved our point there. Not too much left of the Heineken. I think you could probably see daylight through it. So stay tuned for my tabletop review of the Drozd where I go into some more specifications on this. Don't forget I've got my other Drozd Classic review where I actually do a little short comparison of these two so you can get some of the basic specifications by watching that video now. So thanks again for watching a Replica Airguns video. Until next time, take care and see you later.